All right. Good evening and welcome to Radio Cayman Sports Extra. I'm your host, Dionne Anglin. Tonight, oh boy, get ready for a jam-packed edition of Sports Extra. We're kicking things off with the inspiring journey of Luna Ebanks and Brittany De La Pena. Please tell me I pronounced that correctly, because so many people pronounce it differently. So it's De La Pena?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay. The beach volleyball duo who soared to gold at the Kosovo U21 tournament before facing fresh challenges at the Norseca U23 just a couple of days later. So we're going to hear all about that. And they're here with their coach,
Yes, ma'am.
Coach Trevor Thorold. Then we shift gears to the fast lane with the Howell siblings, right? So Olympian Devontae, collegiate sprinter Daquana, and rising star Danica, as they share their unique family dynamic and drive on the track and field. Later on, we'll dive into the world of squash as Kaylee Pierre, Sienna Scarpa, Adriano Vera, and Bodie Phillip gear up for the LIG Services Junior CASA Squash Championships. They'll be joined by squash standout and former Junior CASA champion himself, Coach Julian Jervis, ahead of the big showdown this Sunday at the South Sound Squash Club. So it's, stories of gold, grit, and glory that's coming up next right here on Sports Extra. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra, and we're here with Brianna. All right. Did I get that right? Okay. I said Brittany earlier, and my apologies. I was so worried about the last name, I forgot the first name. So it's Brianna De La Pena.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very sorry about
It's
that.
okay.
And Luna Ebanks, and we have Coach Trevor with us in the studio. And it was an emotional contrast and momentum shift, winning gold at Kosovo, and then a tougher outing at Norseca for the Under-23 Championships. Who wants to start about how it all went down? It started on Thursday with Kosovo, with you guys winning gold, which was huge, by the way. Coach, maybe you can start by telling us what your thoughts are.
Well, it was an amazing experience for I think for Brianna and Luna. I would hope it was an amazing experience because for Luna it was a second opportunity to win gold. So probably Luna is just a winner for everything that she does in terms of playing at these tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought we were we played very well. And now it's very difficult for me to sometimes look at the games because I'm looking at numerous games at the same time, trying to give feedback to the kids. So initially, I did not see some of their earlier games, and I always thought that if Brianna played at a consistent level because of her skill level. She has this great skill level, but she needs to play consistent volleyball. Then I always say she's probably one of the most talented volleyball players we have on island. So it came together on that particular occasion, and then we saw Luna's a very consistent volleyball player naturally, and so we saw the results of their chemistry on the court, because chemistry had a lot to do with it too. So I was very surprised, I must say, but extremely elated that they were playing at such a high level, because not only did we qualify for the Under-21 World Championships with their winning the tournament, we also qualified for the Under-18 qualification tournament in DR next week. So it was sort of dual in function with them winning the Under-21 and Under-18.
And if I may recall, the last time you were here, which was the week before the tournament, you said you don't watch any finals games.
No, I didn't.
But you did this time, because you said only if there was a gold medal match that Cayman was involved in. And you were there. I caught you.
Yeah, I did watch. Actually, against Barbados, I only saw the final 9 points of the third set.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the girls, I know Luna for sure told me that I make them very nervous when I'm around. Brianna said that also. And so I decided to stay away from the actual games so they could function at a higher level. Because the coach during those games, the coach could actually sit with the players and give them feedback during the breaks. So right. I had Stefania, the second coach, did most of the heavy lifting, and I think because she played at a high level, also it was easy to calm the girls, and they were able to relate with her because I think. I bring all that sort of nervousness in them. I just wanted them to be a little calmer playing the finals. And I thought that for them, they were playing with, I don't know if they thought like process the information like that. They were playing with house money.
Yeah.
Because the expectation at the beginning was like, hey, this is the second team. Actually, they were supposed to be the third team in that tournament. And they just clicked and everything worked out very well.
Awesome. Now to the Goldies. How are you guys? You good. Ladies, I should say.
Very good.
How was that? What was that moment like for you all, being on the podium and standing in the middle, in the center at number one?
It was a very exciting moment for both of us, I believe, because me and Brianna, we've never played together.
Look at that. Yeah.
I think we just clicked so well because me and Brianna have known each other for so long. We grew up together. Like, it was just easy for us. We didn't have, like, conflict on the court. Like, if we lost a point, we're like, okay, let's just fix it and like focus on the next one.
She has this calmness about her.
Yeah.
She's like that in the game as well.
Yeah.
Great court vision, though. I saw that.
Thank you.
Excellent court vision. And you wanted to add something to that?
Yeah, no, it was definitely we were just super honored to be able to not only represent, but make it and not just win, but win gold. So it's definitely a huge moment for us, and I'm so glad to do that on home court. We definitely made our coaches and our parents and all Caymanians very proud.
And Radio Cayman.
And Radio Cayman very proud. And I think Luna's a great partner to play with. Definitely very calming, like you said. Like, if I ever make a mistake, like, I don't feel a sense of, like, pressure. I mean, obviously there is pressure, but she calms me down and we just take it 1 point at a time.
Awesome. So coming off a gold medal win at Kosovo, how did you prepare mentally and physically for tougher competition a day later?
I don't know. I felt like, since we won gold, I was like...
You were on high.
Yeah, so I felt like, like if we lose a game, it's like, but it was whatever. It's like, just push for the next ones.
Yeah, for Kosovo, it was definitely a huge win. I was already very happy, but nevertheless, like, we still want to do the best we can. We definitely felt the soreness on the second day, considering we played 4 games on the first day and then more. The expectation I don't really have an expectation really going into things. I just want to play my best and just make everyone proud, make coach proud, play well. It's always, and playing in North Saigon, there's obviously bigger players, there's older players, there's more greater countries. But one thing I really realize is that I'm playing whoever's in front of me, not the country in front of me. So whoever is in front of me, that's my opponent.
That's a very good
play
mindset.
my best. That's just play my best. So that's my that was my way of thinking going into North under 23.
And that kind of leads to my next question. I know Norseca presented, like you mentioned, a different level of competition. What were the biggest differences you noticed apart from the bigger countries that you competed against?
I think obviously with older players, they have more experience.
Yeah.
Obviously under 21, the players were around our age as well. So as like they were a bit shaky, like everyone was playing their own game. It's very hard to play your own game, play well at it, and consider the opponent's game as well. I think maybe there was a bit of lack of like game plan like towards your opponents, but in under 23s I really picked up on how my small mistakes or my errors the opponent can see and they attack me on that spot, and in the moment I'm kind of shaky because usually, example, coach was telling me when I peel I'm very indecisive and they pick up on that. So when they see me shaking, they put it short, they play it deep just to get to me. So they're definitely much quicker and smarter, and they
An experience.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So this was under 23.
Yes, ma'am.
Norseca. How old are you, ladies, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm just 16. I
You're
turn
16.
17 next month.
That's amazing. Yeah.
18.
And 18. That's a very good experience for you guys, for you ladies, going out there from Kosovo and, of course, straight into Norseca. Were there any moments at Norseca where you leaned on your Kosovo experience to stay composed?
Not really. It's like a whole different tournament. There's like, you have Canada, you have USA. It's like bigger countries, bigger competition. So you have to like focus more. Like you have to like you have to cancel out your like errors, and you have to like just like have more control because they're not going to make as much errors. So like you have to cancel out yours.
So you ladies placed sixth in Norseca. That is huge, right? Sixth? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Why you look so unsure? Am I wrong again?
No.
Okay. So you placed sixth. Who did you play to play sixth?
One of the teams, we played Canada, we
Canada.
played Jamaica and El Salvador.
And
Okay. And the sixth medal, the
and
sixth
Trinidad.
place.
Yes, and
So the sixth
Trinidad.
place game was who you played Canada.
Trinidad.
Played
Trinidad.
Okay.
That was our last game.
Okay. Awesome. What was it like playing against Canada?
Canada, we actually did very well.
Yeah. So
I
coach mentioned
think
that.
we did very well in that game. We went to third set. It was a very tight game. We really did our big one on that.
Did you surprise yourself? Were you surprised that you took Canada to 3 sets?
For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
like obviously playing against I previously played against bigger countries. I feel like I said, I don't have any expectations, but I just want to keep up for sure. And the fact that we won the first set, I think that definitely gave us a bit of confidence heading into the second set. And even in the third set, we pushed it to like 18-16.
Yeah, it
so
was deuces.
it really made them earn it. Like it wasn't an easy win for them. So yeah, we're proud to do that.
Awesome. Coach, what factors at Norseca challenged them most, if you noticed, with the little time that you were back and forth? And how did you see them respond?
Well, I think the main thing is the ability to adapt to different levels of competition. Again, at the under 23 level, you find that the players are a little more experienced. Most of those players have been on the tour a while. I think this is Brianna's first Norseca event. Is it? Oh no, you played last. Yeah, you played in the under 23.
Okay.
So those are the things I thought the under 23 players play at a higher level. They rarely make unforced errors, and then they capitalize on your mistakes. So I thought the players we were able to adapt. I thought they played a very solid game. They were very composed on the court, and then as you mentioned, it was 4 consecutive days of playing beach volleyball.
Yes.
Normally, a normal tournament will be 3 days, and you have a maximum of 2 games per day. So their first day, they had 4 games.
Yeah, which is
Which
Thursday.
is the Thursday.
Right.
And the highest level of competition, the finals, that stress level is extremely high. So
Yes.
you're at the highest level in the finals, and then you had to refocus and go back to playing preliminary games and stuff against various teams. So I thought that they did very well against Canada. I expected them to win that game. They made some errors coming out to the end, and I thought should have won that game. I think also that once you are able to understand where you are in terms of your performance levels, then the expectation for yourself increases, and that also brings another level of pressure
Yeah.
on yourself, because you're now expecting to perform at a high level all the time. So I was very proud of all the players. The boys were extremely, extremely good.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we lost the gold medal for the boys because the players, it was extremely hot, and they had cramps, and we had to default the finals, although we were leading.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, so
there could have
we
been 2 gold
almost
medals.
got double gold, and I
Yes.
think that that gives us an idea of how much we have elevated the level of volleyball on the island. It's not the coaches really, it's the players, because without great players, I would say great players make great coaches. It's not really the coaches that make great players. So the players are really improving, and I think we have a very, very good opportunity to qualify for both the under 18 and under 21 World Championships, the main draw. I'm looking forward to seeing the boys compete. Unfortunately for us, both the under 18 and under 21 tournaments are basically around the same time. It's actually crisscrossing, so therefore we had to manage those players carefully. So I'm looking forward to seeing Brianna and they play at the next level, because even at this World Championship, you still find you'll have United States best team, Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, all those teams that are vying for those 8 spots to make it to Mexico and to Qatar to participate in the World Championships.
Awesome. Before we head out, what's next for you ladies? How do you reset after a contrast like this, and what's next in your competitive journey?
Definitely after that long, 2 tournaments, you have to calm down. You have to maybe take a day off and then go back to training, especially since we have a tournament coming up next week.
Yeah.
We're both being sent to different tournaments. I'm going to under 18 and she's going to under 21, so we're kind of separating.
Okay, so who's going to be your partner?
Chrissy Smith.
Okay, and who's going to be your partner?
Joanna at Robinson, or my sister Angela Pena.
Oh. Oh, that's another thing for those of you who are not aware, or if you didn't listen to our sports. I interviewed your sister after, when she was in tears because she was so overjoyed by your success. What was that? What did that mean to you, seeing her crying for her sister winning gold?
Yeah, honestly, if I wasn't the one playing, I probably would have thought she won gold.
Yeah. And you guys defeated her to get to the gold medal match.
Yeah. So honestly, she's great. I feel the same way for her. Her successes are mine, and my successes are hers. We share that joy, and yeah, it's a great moment to share with my sister. It's definitely a core memory that's etched in my mind forever.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you very much. Stay tuned. The Howell siblings are here, so we're going to hear from them soon. Stay tuned. Ah, there we go. Welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra, and we're live here with the Howell siblings. And as you know it, we have a dynamic trio in these three, each at a different stage in their journey. But of course, united by speed, a lot of talent, and family ties, right? So I'll have you guys introduce yourselves and your field in track and field. And you're no stranger, but we'll have you introduce yourself anyway.
Okay. I'm Devontae Howell. I'm a sprinter, so I run both the 100 and 200 meters.
Someone smells very good, by the way. Smells like food. Did you guys cupcakes or something? Okay, go ahead.
My name is Nico Howell. I'm 12 years old and I attend Jonger High School. I'm a sprinter. I run the 100, 200, and I'm long jump.
Okay, awesome.
My name's Daquana Howell. I'm 15 years old. I do the 200 and the 400.
Okay.
And
awesome.
I go to Spire Academy.
Yeah, definitely. I know that one. So, how are you all?
I'm good.
It's nice to have your siblings back home for the summer. Yeah, it's good to be reunited.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. How's school coming along, Devontae?
Well, college is college, but
I've been reporting about it, but I want to hear from you.
college is college, but athletic aspect has been going very well. Academic, it's been going well as well, so I can't complain.
Awesome. And how has how has it been competing at that level with the Tennessee Vols?
It's been good, because I've always wanted to compete at the highest level.
Yes.
The SEC, which is where the Vols are, is the highest level of all college competition. So it's really good to compete at that level.
And how has competing along with Tennessee shaped your mindset as an athlete, you think?
It doesn't only shape my mindset as an athlete, it shapes my mindset as a person
as well.
Because
Awesome.
you have to become a man. At the end of the day, you're out there by yourself. You have to make your own decisions. You got to know, what is best for both, you and your sport.
Yeah.
So I like it out there.
I like that you said that, because my next question is, how do you stay grounded and connected to your roots while training and studying abroad?
My coach.
Yeah.
My coach.
What's your coach's name?
His name is Dionne Ross, Coach Ross.
Okay.
So he plays a big factor. He was an Olympian. He became bronze medalist at the World Championship.
Nice, yeah.
So he's been through what I want to do, and so he's a good mentor for me. He tells me, what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, and helps me along.
Awesome. And Daquana, what's been your biggest adjustment moving to Spire Academy, both on and off the track?
Yeah. It's been different. The workouts over at Spire Academy is much harder, but Coach knows what she's doing. Coach Caron Stewart, she knows what she's doing, so I just put my trust in her.
What's it like being coached by Caron Stewart? I had an opportunity to interview her when she was here the last time. That's amazing that you have a coach like that, with that knowledge, that wisdom, that experience in your corner. What's that been like for you?
It's really nice. If I'm missing home, she makes meals.
Yeah.
I'm back home, yes. She also she knows how to massage. She knows how to do all of that. She's been to the Olympics 3 times, a 3-time Olympian medalist. So she has the experience. She knows what she's doing.
Awesome. And how has training in a performance-driven environment shaped your competitive edge? How has that made you more competitive?
It has made me more competitive. Like, I feel like I'm doing much better.
Yeah.
Yes, Mom. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. What's a race or a moment that stands out as a turning point in your young career?
When I went to Curifta.
Okay.
And I went to the finals. I didn't think I would go to the finals, but I ended up going, and it was a very nice opportunity. So.
Same for you. A race that has stood out to you. throughout your
Olympics.
career, the Olympics?
Yeah,
course.
that race, although it wasn't my best race or my best time, that race let me know, like, this is what you should be expecting. This is the feeling. This is what it's like to be amongst the best of the best.
Yeah, definitely. And Daniqua, how does it feel to be like the youngest of the family? Are you the youngest? Is there more?
Yeah.
There's more? Oh, I didn't know that. So you're not the youngest? Okay, all right, okay. So how do you feel being the youngest of these two here?
It's okay. It's good and it's kind of bad at the same time. Cause
You have to explain, yes.
Yeah, because the good part is like everybody knows you and they like expect good of you and like everything like that. And then, well, there's not really like a bad part, but like sometimes it's like, oh, you're the Nico sister, you're the Devontae sister, instead of you being your own person.
I got you. And that's quite understandable too.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You're in the shadows of your siblings, and that happens. Yeah, it happens to most athletes who has elder siblings that are on a competitive level as well. I'm sure LeBron James' son feels the same way. What's your favorite event in track and field, and why do you think that is?
My favorite event is probably the long jump.
Okay.
'Cause I have fun in it.
Yeah. What makes it fun?
I don't know. It's just like brings me joy, like just jumping and just having fun. Seeing me like jumping and having like good times, good distances.
Good distances.
Good jumps. Yeah.
All right. And how do you stay focused? What helps motivate you?
My Coach Tyrone.
Okay, that's very nice. I love Coach Tyrone. Yeah, great guy. So, have you picked up any training habits or wisdom from watching your siblings?
Basically, like I visited Tennessee with my brother, and I visited Spire with my sister.
Beautiful opportunities.
And it's like when you meet their coach, they're like you when you see them train and like when you see them run, it's like, oh, I want to be at this level. So you train really hard, like to get to that level.
How competitive are the three of you amongst each other? But you know what? Before I get to that, who's the other sibling?
My little brother, Gabriel. His name is Gabriel.
Gabriel.
He's our little brother, yeah.
How young is he?
6.
Okay, he's not ready
Yeah.
yet. He's going to get there, but he's not ready yet. All right, I got you. So how competitive are you three amongst each other? There lots of fights in the house and lots of arguments with the simplest things because you're so competitive?
One on the way here. For no
On
reason.
the way, want to talk about it?
That's for them. Go ahead.
They're always fighting.
Yes.
And you're the one who have to diffuse it.
No, I just let it go. That's their thing.
How do you guys get along? You guys get along pretty good?
Yeah, it's good most of the time.
Most of the time, your big sister is laughing. She's like, don't lie to her.
Like most of the times, kind of. Like the only reason, like the one up in the car is like because she thought the lotion was hers, but I know it's mine.
It's my
It's
lotion.
my
What is
lotion.
It's my lotion.
It's mine.
Over lotion, okay, all right.
Like,
So tell me, how do you navigate being a student athlete? Because I know it's tough, and I'm talking to the two elder ones. I know it's very tough competing at a high level at that, and then having to study as well, and do all the book reports and all that. How do you guys work all that out?
I was a freshman this year. I was a freshman, so it was much easier for me. I know next year it will be much harder. I'll have to buckle down, but we don't have homework, so it's not really, and we didn't have tests as freshmen either, so it was much easier. Yep, didn't have any tests. I think we had one test at the start of the year and never again.
What school is that? I'm going back to school. I like that school. What about you? What was your experience like?
Not as easy as that. Nowhere near as easy as that. We have.
Well, you're not a freshman anymore.
Yeah, we have midterms.
That's about to change for her. Yeah.
We have midterms. We have end of year exams and stuff like that as well. But the biggest thing for me, in order to keep like progressing and to keep everything balanced, is you can't procrastinate for one.
Right.
Like you have to just try and get things done in advance. What I try to do, I start it when I get it, because if I don't, I try to do it on the last day, it's not gonna get done. So because that's just how I am as a person. I look at it and be like, look, it's too late. Like, it's just not going to get done.
Gotcha.
So I try to just get it out the way, because that way when I am getting it out the way, it's just everything is smooth sailing.
Nice, nice. Can you talk to me about the role your family plays in keeping you guys focused and uplifted and motivated as well?
The role my family plays is that they're very supportive. I always run my fastest when my family's there. Shoot, my first personal best of the year was while they came down to watch me in Jacksonville, and that was my first PR of the year. Hearing their name, them shouting your name in the stands, knowing that you have something to run for, is more motivating.
Definitely. You want to add to that?
Basically the same thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. And what is a misconception that people have about track athletes your age, you think?
Wait, pardon?
Okay, maybe your sister can answer it. I think I prefer your sister to answer this one. What is a misconception people have about track athletes at your age? Or a better one, what challenges have you faced being a female athlete in school?
People think that it's like...
Are you going to cry? No? Okay, go ahead. People think what? It's easy?
They think that we're always going to be doing our best, but there's obviously some days where, like a week where we can't do our best, like we can't put everything out there, but they just expect the best from us every time, and sometimes it's just not that easy. But when you have people rooting for you, you have to put your best out there, even though, you're not feeling it, or you just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And when you're having those moments, is there ever an opportunity you get to call your big brother and tell him about it? Are you guys close like that, where you can pick up the phone and say, this is what's happening to me?
I call my parents, and they end up telling my brother about it, and there he just texts me from there, tells me everything to do, and it's fine now.
That's good. Yeah. What's that like, having your baby sisters that you got to emotionally take care of as well?
Might be my
and you
fault.
know what she's going through, because you know that there's a stigma with female athletes versus male athletes.
Shoot, it might be my fault why they don't call me. I heard the answer, if I'm being honest.
Yes, and no, he's absolutely right. He never answers. But he will get back to you at some point.
I will get back, but I heard the answer. So my parents will tell me the situation. I'll go give some words of advice, because I know women in sports in general is looked down upon. They don't find it as entertaining because they don't think it's as fast or as competitive, or women are taking it as serious. But the truth is they are. And right now, in my opinion, in track and field, I think the women's side of things are a lot more competitive than the men's.
Male. Okay.
That's not saying that the men aren't running fast or anything. It's just the women are they're hidden sometimes right now that they haven't been seen before. For example, the hurdlers, the top 5 fastest ever are all running right now.
Yes.
Like, that's not been seen in a while, and that's how it was for when Bolt was running. The top 5 fastest in the 100 were all running at the same time.
I got you.
So now it's starting to, show on the women's side. So I believe that women's sports are both on a rise, and it shouldn't be looked down upon as much as it is.
Awesome. And that's dynamics of that. It's changing slowly.
Yeah.
And we have 2 women in sports in basketball, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, that has brought a
lot of attention.
Attention to females in sports. So it's going to evolve in the next 2-3 years. It's going to be huge. Yeah. They're already talking about WNBA being better than the NBA right now, competition wise, and I definitely understand why. But what's something, before we head out, what's something people would be surprised to learn about you, Mr. Howell?
People would be surprised to learn about me, I guess. In terms of track, like, I'm sure people expect that, I don't know, people be telling me that it looks like I don't get nervous, or it looks like, I'm always like not rattled, But, I could show that on the outside, but really on the inside, that's a whole different thing. I am very nervous, extremely scared. And I think that kind of goes into outside of track as well. Most people always say, look, he looks walking around looking confident. Da da da. Most of the time, like I would like to have a conversation with
Yeah.
people that I'm just not outgoing. I find it very scary to go up to someone and be like, "Yo, what's up?" Da, da, da. That's just not me.
Right.
But
That's
if you were to
understandable.
come up to me and
talk.
that's something very different.
What
I'd
month
be
are you born?
October.
Okay, I'm sort of similar, so I was like,
Yeah.
straight. Okay, no, because you have this persona, this job as a journalist, everyone thinks you should be outgoing. And actually, when the mic is off, you're just very quiet into yourself,
yeah.
and you find that with most celebrities as well, especially entertainers like actors and stuff like that. They're very hyped for a position, and you would think, oh my gosh, he's so outgoing or she's so outgoing. And when that camera turns off, they're actually very quiet and low key. And I've found that when I've interviewed a few of them as well. You're like, wow, Mr. Steve Harvey himself. You would think he would be that
Very,
hyper
very,
comedian off the camera, but no, he's very quiet. All right, so sounds good. Is there? My last question would be for you, Devonte. As the oldest sibling, what lessons or advice do you try to pass down to your 3 siblings? I just learned
For me, that would be like take things seriously. The difference between, because in my opinion, Cayman Islands, as I say, has a lot of talent, and it's not shown as much because I believe that from a young age they were always joking. Everything is jokes,
Yes.
jokes. But there's a slight few that when they take it seriously, they go very far. For example, Jaden and I were 2 that was in practice. Everything was serious. Everybody else was joking, laughing, and shoot. Most of them, as Jaden would say, Jaden wasn't one of the fastest in primary school, but he's one that I will say, shoot, he used to outwork me.
He worked hard,
He worked
yeah.
very hard
Yeah.
for where he's at. I'm very proud of Jaden.
I am
He's
too.
worked for everything that he's had. So me, I was all like, I didn't lose much,
Right.
but I still did put in a lot of effort. And that was the difference I believe, between us and a lot of the other talents in Cayman.
All right.
And I tried to get that to them. as much as I
Instilled in
can.
them as well.
Yeah.
Before you guys go, what's next for you and you?
Nationals tomorrow. So Cayman Islands Nationals.
Okay, yes.
I'll be here running the 100-meter tomorrow.
Okay, nice. Sim.
Both of us. I also have Cayman Islands Nationals. I'm running the 100, maybe the 400 and the 200.
All right, and are you competing in anything next?
I'm competing in the 100, 200, and long jump tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, is that just a one-day tournament or it's?
No,
2
it's
days.
2 days.
So it's tomorrow and Saturday as well.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'm very proud of you, and I pray that everything that you're going through mentally, that's challenging you, that you overcome it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. All of you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right,
for having us.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Take care. We'll be right back with more Sports Extra in a minute. All right, welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra. Just as I promised, a packed house full of excitement from beach volleyball to track and field and now squash. And you guys are preparing for the Junior CASA Championships?
That's correct, the LIG Services Junior CASA.
All right, welcome. I'll have you all introduce yourselves. Start here to my right.
Thank you. I'm Julian Jervis. Been here a couple of times and shared the presence of the lovely Dionne.
Thank you.
And back again in the capacity of coach.
Awesome. Coach, I like it.
Yeah.
My name's Kaylee Pierre.
Kaylee?
I'm Sienna Scarpa.
I'm Adriano Vera.
Okay. Adriano?
Adriano. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a mouthful.
It's nice.
It's very nice.
It's very nice. I like
Thank
it. All right. So you guys have the Junior CASA Championships, the LIG Services Junior CASA 2025 Championships is coming up this Sunday. How do you all feel? This is exciting. This is huge, by the way, right? It's a major spotlight moment for Cayman squash, right? So this is especially on home turf.
Absolutely.
It's not the first time that we've hosted CASA.
No.
Junior CASA.
Junior CASA last time, though, would have been a good while ago. I think it was my last Junior CASA in
Look
2010.
at that. And what do you win then?
Oh, you probably have to bring home that gold. No, actually, that's like 2016. But
2016.
Yeah, but
it's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big deal on home turf, especially with nearly 200 players coming.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge.
It's supposed to be a record-breaking Junior CASA this
look
year,
at
so
that.
it's going to be outrageous. I mean, everybody always looks forward to whenever it's hosted in Cayman because it's well regarded around the Caribbean that we have the best facility in the Caribbean, and so yeah, we always put on a pretty good show, and hopefully some of our juniors here are able to bring home some gold medals for us.
Definitely. Who are the defending champions?
From Cayman, we have one defending champion.
Okay.
Who is sitting here with us right
Kaylee.
now. Yeah.
Nice.
But she's moving up in age group this year.
Okay.
Yeah. So the competition is a little stiffer because everybody's older.
Yes.
And I actually, quite a few of these juniors here have moved up in age group. Sienna's also moving up in age group.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually Adriano's first junior CASA, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. What does it mean to you all to represent Cayman in this, in the biggest squash event in the region?
I mean, it's really exciting, and it's just I feel very proud to have like the opportunity to represent the country and to like set an example to other girls and other kids who would like to play sports and just show them that it's possible to do well.
Oh, definitely. I like that. And what about you, Sienna? What does it mean to you to be representing Cayman at this level?
I think that
You got the giggles? That's okay.
I basically what Kaylee said, and that we've been practicing a lot, and I think that we're all really ready.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I put her through the paces almost every other day now, so now you get to see all your hard work come to fruition.
How old are you?
11.
11. Wow.
Yeah.
That's very young.
Very young, but she's very outspoken, very well-spoken,
Yes.
lots of energy. So
And very good, I imagine, to be playing on this level at
Thank
this
you.
stage.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure. And how old are you?
13.
13. And you are how old?
14.
You're 14. All right. So, Adriano, what does it mean to you to be representing Cayman?
To be representing Cayman, I think it's an honor because I put a lot of hard work into my squash. Done a lot of drills, countless hours put into my squash. So to be able to do well in the tournament would be like something that I would really want to do.
Of course.
yeah, he's Adriano in particular has been one of our shooting stars in terms of progression made since the past year. Like I said, this is his first year competing in Junior CASA, and he was actually able to win our nationals event this year. And there's another player in that he would have played in our own nationals here that is one of the top 4 seeds, Levi Jack.
Okay. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, though, how do they qualify for this event? Is it to the nationals?
Yes, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
All
Yeah. So through nationals, but then we usually have substitutes or as you would call them reserves
Okay.
and stuff like that. So only because Adriano won doesn't mean that he's the only person in his age group that's competing,
Right.
but he's going to be representing us in the team event.
Okay.
Actually, all 3 of these guys are going to be representing us in the team events.
Awesome. So how was training at the squash club prepared you, or with Coach Julian, prepared you for this international stage?
Well, we all have multiple coaches that we go to, I think,
Okay.
and they all. For me, they
Coach
both.
Julian's the
They,
best, though.
I go to Coach Julian and Coach Sadar, and they work on like different areas with me, and it helps me. And we do drills, and we play games, and we do like drills inside of games.
Okay, nice. Anything, Kaylee?
I think a lot of repetition with Julian has been helpful for me, and working on my technique, even though it's not fully there yet, but
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
We trust the process.
All right.
yeah. And I think getting like the opportunities to play against people I've never played before is also really helpful, like other adults who I've never played against,
Right.
to get like a variety in different types of like people's way that they play.
Awesome. So would all three of you be in individuals, doubles, and team?
The only one not playing doubles is Adriano.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So which events are you guys most, the girls then, or even you, are most excited to play, to compete in?
Well, I would say like the singles.
You like the singles?
Yeah, because doubles is too confusing for me. I don't do that.
But the team event, man, I'm telling you, after your first team event. Like,
Okay, so
to
team
me-
event is like how many people in there?
It's 6 players. So there's an under 11,
Okay.
an under 13, an under 15, an under 17, and then 2 under 19s.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's basically whoever wins more matches. So
Okay.
it's each country's best in that representing category. Yeah, and they face off against each other. So the bouts will go on for all four or
Right.
5 hours sometimes. You know, if
yeah.
it's like close every single match. And oh
Definitely.
man, the whole country is behind you. I'm telling you, the team event
It's
is.
amazing.
It's where it's
yeah,
at.
Definitely.
Yeah, I always save my best squash for the team event, so I'm sure that you guys are gonna have some belters in the team event as well.
Awesome. Sienna, tell me, how do you mentally prepare for games of this magnitude?
Well,
Go ahead. How do you prepare for and mentally especially? Anyone wants to help her out?
Well, I mean, for me, what I do, I don't train with Coach Julian, but I do train with Coach Sardar and
Coach who?
Sadar.
Sadar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he helps me, he talks me through stuff. He allows me to like reach like a mental state of like I'm calm, cool, collective, and he gives me like advice on what to do. So I kind of just like know what to do in the court, and I'm just like blocked out everything else.
Awesome. Do you have a schedule yet of who you're competing against first?
Yes, yeah. The schedule just got sent out today. I sent it in our group chat there. I'm not sure if you guys saw your times.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know Kaylee's playing at 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Against?
The winner of a match, so
Okay,
she's got
okay.
a bye in the first round.
Okay. All right.
Adriano is playing against the number 2 seed of the tournament in the first round. I'm not sure when that is, but I believe it's in the morning on Sunday.
Okay.
And Sienna, I'm not sure what time your match is.
11:30, I think.
She knows her stuff.
Yeah.
She knows her
Definitely.
stuff.
Definitely. Okay. 11:30. What's some of the biggest challenges you faced, Kaylee, in playing squash?
I think when you're down by quite a lot of points, it's hard mentally to be able to
course,
stay
yeah.
composed and like get back up. And I've been able to do that a couple times, which I'm proud of. But when it doesn't happen, it's
Yeah.
like devastating, especially when you know you can win the match. It's just mentally you haven't won it yet.
Right. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So that's so
Wow.
beautiful. How what motivates you? What was that push to bring you back into the game?
I think you just have to like want it the most.
Yeah.
When your level is the same, you just have to have the most heart between the two players.
What a smart young lady. I like that.
Jeez, I'm bringing tears to my eyes.
Oh,
up in
yeah,
the
I almost
studio.
brought tears to mine.
You
Stop
know?
it. Adriana, what about you?
Sorry, what was the question?
You know, I actually forgot what the question was.
What motivates you?
What motivates you? Yeah. What keeps you motivated?
Especially when you're down in a game. Let's say.
Yeah.
All right, well, what motivates me is like just like going back through times that I have like broken through a match that I've been down a lot, and it's
Okay.
just kind of like refreshing to know that I can do it again and it's like possible.
Okay. So Have you competed internationally before? Or is this your first time period?
No, it's my first time.
It's your first time
Yeah.
overall. And how are you preparing for this mentally?
Well, not too sure mentally, but I'm practicing with Coach Sardar in the mornings, so because it's like a different game in the mornings.
Yeah.
Your body isn't like ready. You're kind of like still.
Yeah. Are you
flustered.
nervous?
Nervous and excited.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, because it's but I'm like excited for like the learning opportunities and to possibly get better and learn from the people that I play against.
What's the best piece of advice your coach has given you this season? Both of you, all of you.
Well, I'd say just like be patient. So like don't, for example, like if you're in a rally, don't just kill the ball immediately.
Okay.
So just be patient with the ball, have the rallies, don't just get like too cocky or anything.
Especially when you're fit and fast like Adriano is.
Yeah. Oh, he's fit and fast. I'll be there. I'll be
He's
there to
rapid.
see you. Kaylee?
I agree with everything he said, and I think also staying relaxed, because I think when I tense up, I don't play as well as I know I can. And I think the pressure also causes you to tense up. So when you relax, you really get to play your game how you know you can and do the best you're able to.
I like that.
Yeah, she got that fresh in her mind because that was over and over again. That was our mantra just like maybe an hour and a half ago.
Sienna?
It's kind of the same thing, but like just like keep trying, because if it's kind of the same thing, but if you know that you can do it, then you shouldn't stop just because you're tired. You can still push through.
Awesome.
Well said.
Yeah, definitely. Coach, how do you measure success in a tournament with so many layers of competition?
For me, honestly, it's not really results driven as much as it is just, I mean, we're kind of constantly working on things throughout the year. We don't really, I guess after CASA, the rest of the summer months are maybe our off season, but outside of that, we're kind of always training and always working, trying to get them to be as well rounded as they can be on court. And that's kind of, I don't know if, it's kind of turning a knob here, turning a knob there, and it's kind of fixing and balancing different things constantly. And so whenever the kids go into a tournament, honestly, rather than, I mean, obviously it'd be great if they can make it all the way through, they win all of their matches, they're the champion of the tournament.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Right?
Yes.
That's great. But if that doesn't happen, and even when that does happen, what's almost more important to me is seeing them make the progressions in those more, obscure metrics, I guess. You know what I mean? Like Kaylee being more relaxed on court, for example. Sienna dancing a little bit less in between points, for example. I'm just playing. Same thing. Well, with Adriano, he's fit and he's fast, and so I usually see an error that he makes usually in games is that he kind of tries to ramp things up too much, and then he'll potentially make an error from being a little bit too frantic.
Yes.
So like seeing them take strides forward and maybe being a little bit more relaxed and a little more composed on their like finishing shot or their winning when they're in a good opportunity, just seeing them mature in their squash, because it usually indicates that they're maturing as human beings.
Yes.
And I feel like watching them mature is the coolest thing, and that generally improves their squash as well. So
definitely. How do you help them navigate the unique structure of CASA, especially with its individual doubles and team components?
That's a great question. I guess just through my experience of it, luckily, I was able to participate in it for, a number of years. And I haven't stopped competing in CASA in general since 2010. So just a great bit of exposure that I've had to it. So I just kind of taught them through what I used to think when I used to go through these matches, how it used to feel. And it's also unique because in the Caribbean, we don't get as many tournaments as you do elsewhere. So this tournament means so much to everybody. So usually you're playing against friends, and that's a little bit difficult because you haven't seen these people in so long. But at the same time, you have to want to win because it only comes around ever so often, right? So yeah, it's just I navigate them through my own experiences and try and express the gravity of the situation, because as much as it's fun, you obviously want to win.
Yes.
But as much as you want to win, you have to embrace the fun aspect of it as well. So, yeah, just trying to help them navigate that balance is really the struggle I've been faced with. But I think I do a decent job. I think they're excited.
Yeah, you guys seem excited. Tell the people of the Cayman Islands why they should come out this weekend.
I think the environment is just really fun to be around. Like, even when you're not playing, it's just really fun to be with all the other countries and meet new people and to watch, like, your friends or your teammates just do well. It's really exciting. And just everyone cheering, it's really fun.
Everyone's really supportive, and the energy is really exciting, and it's just really fun to be around.
I like that. Adrian, want to add to it?
Well, I think it's just like Kaylee said, the environment. Also, just if you're new to squash or you just want to find a new hobby, you can go out, watch other people play, and it just like helps you immerse yourself into like maybe trying a new sport.
Awesome. Thank you all. Thank you all
Thank
so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. All the best on Sunday.
Thank
so
you
who
so
has the
much.
first game? You have the first game? You have the first game.
I believe,
do.
I believe
Yeah.
it's Sienna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
You're
If I
very
could just take a quick second to shout out just some of our
course.
main sponsors. We have too many to list them all, but some of our gold sponsors are Dart, Deloitte, and Artex, and our title sponsor, LIG Services. Everybody else, sorry I couldn't shout out everybody, but I mean the support it's been immense, and it's greatly appreciated, and it helps us continue to do what we do, which is try to bring the best out of Caymanian youth. So
What time do you start on Sunday?
I think the first matches begin at 9 a.m.
9
But
a.m.
yeah, the first of the ones here is 11:30.
Okay. So get out there, South Sound Squash Club at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. all the way through the day until the 5th of July.
All right, awesome. That's it for tonight's edition of Sports Extra. Of course, if you would like the opportunity to be featured on our show, please feel free to email me at sportsextrakman@gmail.com. I'm Dionne Anglin. Good night and God bless.
Good night. Thanks again, Dionne.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.